Looked like you didn't waste any time fitting in here. It looked like the move was seamless. I guess now that we've had a couple weeks here, how do you feel about the transition?
Yeah, it's it's been a lot of fun. Honestly, it's first time in my career getting traded. Obviously, spent a lot of years in the same organization, but coming in here, guys have been great. Organization's been great. Ownership, Kenny, everybody's made me feel really welcome. And yeah, on the ice, I mean, we obviously have a really good team in here, and just trying to chip in and do my thing out there. And so far, we've been able to win some games, so that's satisfying in that regard, and that's what matters the most.
What kind of things go behind the scenes to just let you focus on hockey? I know there's a lot of moving parts when you have to, go across and move somewhere else. What kind of things that this organization kind of focus on, say, so you can just concentrate on hockey?
Well, the organization's been great. I mean, my wife has done the heavy lifting when it comes to moving, and we have kids, and we have a third one on the way and all that. So there's been a lot. I'm not going to lie, but the organization's been really helpful. There's been a lot of times where I'm just been on the road. It's usually easy for the player. You're just focusing on the hockey part, but when you have a family and when you have kids that you want to come up here, it takes a lot. And living in a house in Nashville for 5 years, it's amazing how much stuff you pile up and stuff you don't really need. You just throw it in a closet or a storage room, and then now we found it. So yeah, I've had a lot of help, and especially my family.
With your whole family here now, they're all here.
Yeah.
How much more of a support kind of group will that be for you here?
Yeah, it feels more real, I would say. It's first get here and you're staying in the hotel where you stay if you would be here on a road trip, and then you go on the road for a while. It more or less, obviously it's different. You're coming to a new team, but it feels more or less like a road trip because your family's not really there, and you come home and you're still in the hotel. Now that they're here, honestly, it's a great feeling, and it's a nice mental break too. You don't, when you're in a hotel and you're here by yourself, you just think a lot about the hockey parts of it. And when you have the kids, they don't really care about that stuff. So it's nice to come home and just be dad for a little bit here since they got here.
And you said earlier that you're going to summer here and things like that. So do you realize how much that means to Oiler fans and people in Edmonton when they have someone like yourself to say that they want to spend all their time here?
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously nothing I say just because I would like to impress the fans base or anything. That's just what we are, and we like the snow, we like the cold. We're from Sweden, and we like the four seasons and all that kind of stuff. So haven't had that in Tennessee and in the South in the U.S. It's been different, but coming here, we really embraced it. We already found a good sled hill for the kids. We got them some bob racers or snow racers, whatever you call them. They're whipping down the hills. So it's all about embracing it, and we really enjoy it. And obviously expecting the third. We're not going to go back overseas. So it'll either be here or going back to Nashville. We'll see how everything plans out or turns out. But no, we're happy to be here.
Can we take a step forward just to let Philip in? Are you guys okay with that? We all just back up a step? You got room? Oh, you're good. You're good, man.
I want to ask you about playing with Bouchard. He looks like he's a lot more confident with the puck now that you're like. What have you seen in him in the time that you've been playing with him?
Yeah, I mean, I haven't seen him what he was before. I've only seen when I played with him, and I think he's a confident kid. He knows his abilities. Obviously, sees the ice really well. Offensive part of the game is really there. It's just about to thrive, I think, and him finding his way and just trying to help him out as much as I can defensively, talk to him as much as I can. And mistakes are going to happen. It's all about limiting them and limiting the severity of them. And I think so far we've done a decent job of that, and there's obviously room for growth, but so far I think he's a great player. It's the kind of player I've been used to playing with, usually a young right-handed defenseman with some offensive upside. So it's been a great time playing with him, getting to know him, and I think the world of him as a player, and I think he has a lot more to give.
What are your impressions of Stuart Skinner, the person, and the netminder as you're getting to know him here?
Yeah, he's an awesome dude, just calm and really collected, and a big dude, as you're saying, on the ice. He covers a lot of the net. Last game, I mean, the game said he has been in net for us here. I think he's been great. Came up with some huge stops late last game, and never heard of him before this year. Obviously, he's a rookie and all that, so it's kind of cool to see because usually it takes a couple years for a goaltender to really grow into that role of playing a lot of games and key games and all that, but he seems to just take it in a stride, and he's been awesome for us.
Have you guys had a discussion about facial hair? He takes great pride in that mustache of his, and you clearly put some time into yours. Is that maybe a common area you can bond?
I think so. I agree. Yeah, we haven't talked. We haven't had a sit down yet. Maybe that's in the works here for the coming weeks. But yeah, I got to give him some props for the mustache first of all, and I like to keep the beard full on. So we got a bit different styles, but yeah, obviously it's something that we both take some pride in.
Thanks.
Sorry. You get traded from a place you played your entire career, and it seemed like, not that you were happy to be traded, but it seemed like you took the spot. You're coming to Edmonton, and you were happy about it and ready to go right away. Not always the easiest thing to do, but now that you're here, was that attitude kind of the right one to have? Because it seems like you fit in real fast and been here longer than you actually have been.
Yeah, I think it's all about a mindset and embracing it. You can feel sorry for yourself that you got traded, but to me, I look at it. I'm 33 in May. Nashville was going. I mean, obviously, you had great memories, great times there, but they were going to a place where they needed a rebuild, a retool, or what have you, and that might take a couple of years. And for me, being the age I am, coming to a team that's in a win now mode and wants to, I mean, have the pieces. It's just about putting it together. It's an awesome opportunity for me, and I think that's just been really exciting. Obviously, sad to leave for the first. I mean, couple hours day there. It was emotional, but as soon as I got on the plane to get here and play the first game, I think from that moment I've just been fortunate, and I feel really fortunate about the place I am in, and the team I am in, and the chance that we have moving forward.
Mattias, you would have been very familiar with this Dallas team from your time in Nashville. What is your assessment of them and their very young talent like Jason Robertson and Rupe Hintz?
Yeah, I've had some battles with them over the years. They're always a really heavy team. Got some big guys up front. Now they've added some skill with this Robertson that's coming up and seems to be scoring from everywhere. And they still have those veteran pieces with Jamie and Seguin and all these guys that they're heavy on you. They're heavy on the forecheck. They want to be aggressive. They do it really well, so you really have to feel like the key against them a lot, and I guess a lot of other teams too, is you got to break out efficiently. If they get a beat on you on their forecheck, they're going to be heavy to break out from, and they're going to spend time in your zone. So we know that, and I've been also really impressed with that Ottinger goalie that they have. He's really stepped it up for them. I think that's been something that has taken them a little bit to the next level as well.